Hey guys, guess what? So I'm gonna do a challenge. Um, I feel like it's so easy to talk about negative things and things that upset you because it's easy to become impassioned by them, obviously, right? But then sometimes I feel like, and I think that's very understandable, but I think you can fall into a trap, and it can be cyclical, and I think that I easily fall into this trap sometimes. I feel impassioned by something because it hits close to home, it's very, like, emotional, these topics are super loaded, but then when it's all that I talk about, I don't know, I feel a little bit bogged down by negativity, and I do feel that this second channel used to be a smidge more positive. And I'm not necessarily saying that talking about these serious things is a bad thing, but I am kind of nostalgic for the positivity. And since I've broken my arm and I just have all this time off of work, I'm probably going to be daily vlogging a lot more, which is exciting. And I think that I want to try to channel the positivity that used to exist, and I think it'd be fun, so I'm going to go on a challenge. I'm only going to be talking about things that range from, like, neutral to positive for a week. I want to see if I can go a whole week. And that doesn't mean I can't talk about serious things. So, for example, the comment question of the day is going to be, like, semi-serious, but it doesn't have to, it's not, like, negative or necessarily upsetting. It doesn't really get me down. If anything, I think it's more, like, fascinating and intriguing. And so Elena Fender, who's just marvelous, is driving down all the way from Winnipeg, Canada to come visit me in Minneapolis, and I'm just super stoked, and Grace and I are going to host her for a few days, which is really great, because Elena is just, like, one of my favorite people on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTube creators, one of my favorite human beings that happens to be on YouTube. I just think she's fantastic. I'm just super excited. And on my channel, we're going to do a collab about, we were both in a very unique situation, I think. It's actually not that unique, but it's sort of unique. So we both, like, officially came out while we were in heterosexual relationships. And we both, we're in heterosexual relationships, and we had to come out to our boyfriends. And it's actually way more common than you think. I remember, though, when this was happening, I thought I was so alone. I thought I was the only, like, bi girl ever to have to come out to her boyfriend, and I thought it was just so unique. And I remember when and Elena reached out to me when she found out that I was bi, because she knew that I was dating a guy, and she was like, oh my gosh, me too. And I feel like we both kind of felt like we didn't know many people like this, so we kind of connected. But there's actually a ton of creators like this, and we might talk about that. Like, I think I was making a list, and, like, I could think of, like, 7 off the top of my head, bisexual women who are in heterosexual relationships. And I think it's just so unique that people feel, and I just thought that off the top of my head. I think it's just so unique that people feel like they're so alone when actually it's really common. And I think it's because a lot of times we don't talk about it. So anyway, we're going to be talking about how we navigated our bisexual identity while being in a heterosexual relationship. So if there's anything specifically that you want us to talk about, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to hit on it. Well, it's just going to be a conversation. I'm probably going to ask, like, were you nervous coming out to your boyfriend? How did you go about it? If you were nervous, why do you think you were nervous? What were you nervous was going to happen? How did he take it? What are some of the challenges of being, like, queer in a heterosexual relationship? Do you ever feel invalidated in your identity because of the relationship that you're in? Do you ever feel that you're viewed as straight when, you're not? Things like that. We can talk about, yeah, just things like that. I have a whole list. Let's see if I can find it. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, did you ever consider not coming out? Because I certainly did consider not coming out. Tell the story arc of coming out to your boyfriend. Were you nervous? If so, why? Was there any awkwardness the day following coming out, like the days or the weeks after coming out? If so, how did you handle it? Have you ever felt hesitant or strange taking part in LGBT plus conversations or events while being in a hetero relationship? Like, do you feel like people don't think you're gay enough? Which is obviously sad and not true. And how do you handle that? Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, here's one. After you came out to your boyfriend, did he express any like hesitancy with you being super open about your sexuality, especially online? Because I know that was something that I sort of dealt with. Sort of. My ex was great, super super cool and open, but that there was like some like, it was an interesting situation, you know. So anyway, yeah. So if there's any questions or anything that you want to know about being bi in a hetero relationship, let me know, and I will talk about it. And originally I wanted this, yeah, anyway, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all. So, starting the positivity challenge, and that doesn't mean that I can never be negative ever again on this channel. I just want to see if I can go for a week. And only talk about positive things, because I just think it'll be good. It's just like an energy that I want to bring to this channel for a week. And why not, you know? You know? Okay, bye.